Good afternoon. We are at the Bernal property. We're going to be completing a repairability test. We'll be completing the repair test with this specific shingle, the closest match, best recommended shingle to the shingles that are already on this roof, and it's a Tamco Elite Glass Seal in rustic black. So we'll put that shingle on for the repairability test. Then we'll see how it matches up. We'll do a line of sight, get photos from the street, see how that matches up. We'll put that on there, and then we'll put another shingle on this slope temporarily, and then we'll put two shingles on the front slope here temporarily as well, just because we can see that these two different directional slopes are different condition and everything, so we'll see how those shingles match up with both these slopes. We'll do our repair test on this shingle here. I've identified the damaged shingle with an X and then marked up all the surrounding shingles around that damaged one. And I'll give you an overview of all of those surrounding shingles, all of which could potentially be damaged during the repairability test. So I'll show you another overview, show you the results once we're finished. We'll be using a roof snake, putty knife, hammer, and flat bar. We'll get started with the putty knife. We'll use that to unseal all the lower shingles. Then we'll use the flat bar to unseal the top shingle there, number 8. See how those two different tools affect the shingles differently. Alright, we'll start removing these nails now. See where a tear occurred here in this shingle when we were removing that nail, and we'll take a closer look at that once we're completed with the repair test, but just wanted to point that out. Should be all of the nails. So we'll slide that damaged shingle out. Set that aside. Slide the new shingle in and get it all lined up nicely. Alright, we got that all lined up. We'll start getting some nails in there now, and we'll be using the roof snake for that. Alright, we are all complete with the repairability test. Give you another overview of all of those surrounding shingles. Then we'll take a closer look at these shingles right above. You can see some stress fractures caused to these tabs where that matting on the shingle broke. Give you a side view of that as well. You can see where it bends towards the top there, showing that stress fracture. And those stress fractures are damaging the integrity of the shingle and also affecting its water shedding capabilities. You can feel where it's very weak on the top. With that broken matting, the shingles are not going to be performing in the best way that they were designed to, which is keeping water out. You can see where that's real weak there. Give you a side view of that as well. We can see where it bends real easily rather than just a smooth curve. We can see kind of a sharp bend or crease there due to that matting being broken. I'll show you this one again. We can see that real bad in the middle there. This one we can see some damage to the corner there. Looks like a slight tear and some broken matting as well. So we have all of those stress fractures damaging the shingles due to the repair test. And then we can see, I'll show you from this damaged shingle that we pulled out, we can see some mat transfer along here. Pretty significant mat transfer, and we should be able to see where those chunks were taken off from the bottom of these tabs here. See some right there with some exposed fiberglass right there as well. Some more exposed fiberglass there. All along this one. You can see that chunk, that piece of mat transfer right there, and where that came off the bottom of that tab, leaving exposed fiberglass as well. And all of that mat transfer is also damaging the integrity of those shingles. As we can see, it's taking chunks off the bottom of those tabs. You see some more mat transfer there. And it's also going to make it extremely difficult for those shingles to reseal properly once repairs have been made. A lot of mat transfer along this one as well. And all along this one. Exposed fiberglass there. And I pointed out at the beginning of the repair test that we were using the putty knife to unseal all of these, and then we used the flat bar to unseal the top one here. And we can see mat transfer along all of those. Each and every one of these tabs have some form of mat transfer, so we can see it is impossible to get around that. Whatever tool is used, it's going to have some mat transfer. So with all of those stress fractures along with the mat transfer occurring from the repairability test here, and we should have the most accurate results, as we are pretty much simulating a repair, manipulating the shingles the same way you would for an actual repair. So this should give us the most accurate results, and we can see the results are an additional 1, 2, 3, and then we even have this one, these two down here, number 2, shingle 2 there has some mat transfer along there, and shingle 1 also has some mat transfer. So we can see an additional 5 damaged shingles actually. We got 1, 2, 5, 6, and 8. Additional 5 damaged shingles just from repairing 1 wind damaged shingle. So I do not believe that repairs are feasible to this roof. As we can see from those results, all of those stress fractures and mat transfer are going to be potential leak hazards. And we can see the wind damage on this roof is pretty widespread. We have it all over that. Left slope. We can see widespread damage on this front slope as well. That right slope. It's all over. So I do not think that repairs are feasible, as we would be leaving potential leak hazards looking like that all over this homeowner's roof. I do not believe that that would be indemnification, so I'll go and chalk up all those damages and get some better pictures of those. I'll put some more shingles up temporarily, and we'll get some line of sight photos to see how those shingles match up as well. I'll give you kind of a overview here so we can see how that shingle matches up from the video. But other than that, I do not think this roof is repairable. I'll go ahead and chalk up all the damages and get some better pictures of those. Thank you for your time.